أجمعين. اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. اللهم فقهنا في الدين وعلمنا التأويل يا رب العالمين. Alhamdulillah, yesterday we took the 7 nullifiers of wudu, and we'll just quickly go over it and complete the chapter today, inshallah. Number 1 was anything that exits from the private parts. Al-khuruj, al-khariju min as-sabilayn. Anything that exits out of the private parts, the front or the back. Number 2, al-kharij an-najas min ghayrihima idha fahusha. Anything that is najas, that comes out of your body, outside, that is not from the 2 private parts, right? So we said that, for example, if a person has a bag that he uses for the bathroom, or he has a lot of blood, then that will break his wudu. Number 3 is zawal al-aql, the loss of intellect, right? And that can be whether it's deep sleep, or a person that becomes insane, or he gets intoxicated, right? Even though it's haram, of course, it will still lose you. You will need your wudu, right? Even if you, for example, a person drinks alcohol, or he gets high, or any of these things, whether it's in a halal way or in a haram way, whether it's in like an induced coma or any type of intoxication, he will break his wudu, right? So coma, sleep, insanity, intoxication, these things will break the wudu. Number 4 is touching the private parts with your hands. And we said your hand is the front and the back of your kaf, the hand, the actual hand, the wrist, from the wrist downwards. So touching your private parts. Number 5 is touching the skin of another woman with desire. So touching the skin of another woman with desire. Number 6 is apostasy from Islam, ar-ridda. So a person leaving Islam, this will invalidate his wudu. And number 7, and lastly but not leastly, is eating camel's meat. So when we eat camel meat, this breaks your wudu. And then the author, rahimahullah, Ibn Qudamah, may Allah have mercy on him, he says, وَمَنْ تَيَقَّنَ الطَّهَارَةِ وَشَكَّ فِي الْحَدَثِ أو تيقن الحدث وشك في الطهارة فهو على ما تيقن منهما. Now he's talking about having certainty and having doubts in your tahara. What do you do, right? So he says, whoever is certain of having a ritual purity, but in doubt as to whether he has had a cause for ritual impurity, then afterwards, and one who is so he has a cause for ritual impurity afterwards, and one who is certain of having a reason for ritual impurity, but in doubt as to whether he made ablution afterwards, must follow what he is certain of. So basically what this is as we mentioned earlier, the qaida, al-yaqinu la yazulu bil-shak. Right? Certainty is never overruled, or never it's never preceded. Certainty precedes doubt, right? Certainty is never overruled by doubt. So whatever you're certain with, that will give precedence over the doubtful matters. And in terms of tahara, this means, for example, if a person, he makes wudu, right? He makes wudu for dhuhr, for example, right? One man, say Muhammad, his name is Muhammad. He makes wudu for dhuhr, and he prays his dhuhr, and he goes about his day. The time for Asr comes, and he hears the adhan. Now he can't remember if he used the washroom or not, if he broke his wudu or not. He can't remember, but he knows for sure that he made wudu for dhuhr. He knows that he made wudu and he prayed dhuhr. He is certain that he has made wudu and he prayed dhuhr, but he's not certain that he broke his wudu or he used the bathroom. So in this case, we say, al-yaqinu la yazulu bi-shak. His certainty will proceed, and the thing that he's certain about here is his tahara, his wudu. So it is as if he has wudu. This is the qaida, this is the principle. He acts as if he has wudu, right? Similarly, for example, a person, another example is a person, for example, he makes wudu at home. And then, it's Ramadan time, he comes to the masjid and they have some samosas. And what's inside the samosa? There's meat. But he doesn't know what kind of meat is there. Right? It could be camel meat, it could be sheep, it could be it could be cow, it can be different things. Right? He's doubtful. He's thinking, what if this was camel meat? Then my wudu is broken. But his yaqeen is that he made wudu at home. He made wudu, he ate it, and he came to pray. Right? So he's not sure 100% that his wudu broke. So in that case, we'll go with he is yaqeen that he made wudu, and he has wudu until proven that he 100% has broken his wudu or his wudu has been invalidated. The second, or the opposite is true as well. If a person has yaqeen that his wudu has been invalidated, then he will go with that certainty. For example, a person, he is, he makes wudu, he prays Salat al-Dhuhr, for example, and then he uses the bathroom afterwards. So he uses the bathroom right after the prayer, and he has lunch. After he has lunch, he goes to the bathroom and he washes his hands, and he goes to the bathroom to wash his hands. Now the time at the time of Maghrib, for example, or at the time of Asr, right? The adhan calls and he remembers that he went to the bathroom after he ate. But he's not sure, did he make wudu or did he just wash his hands? He's doubtful. But he knows for sure that after Salatul Dhuhr, he went to the bathroom to use the bathroom and he broke his wudu. His wudu is invalidated. So he's sure that he went to the bathroom. But after he ate lunch, he's not sure, did he make wudu or not? He's not sure. Right? There's ihtimal, there is a possibility that sometimes, when he goes to the bathroom, he makes wudu, right? When he washes his hands, but he's not 100% sure. So in this case, he goes by what he's certain with, and he is certain that he went to the bathroom and his wudu was invalidated, and he has doubts, did he make wudu or not? So he goes by what he's certain with, and that is that he does not have wudu, and the ruling is he does not have wudu, he needs to make wudu. It is wajib upon him to make wudu. And the evidence for this, or the proof for this qa'idah, is the hadith in Sahih Muslim narrated by Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. He says, قال صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا وجد أحدكم في بطنه شيئا فأشكل عليه أخرج منه شيء أم لا. If a person finds something in his stomach, sometimes you get a feeling in your stomach and you're not sure if you pass wind or not, right? He's not sure if something came out or not, right? أشكل عليه, he's unsure, right? It's problematic, he's not sure. Did something come out or not, right? فلا يخرجن من المسجد حتى يسمع صوتا أو يجد ريحا. Do not leave the masjid until he hears a sound or he smells an odor. And this is a command from the Prophet ﷺ, meaning that he should not leave his salah. He should not leave the masjid until he's certain, either by smelling something or by hearing a sound, that you have passed wind. In another hadith, the Prophet ﷺ, he mentions that it is shaitan that comes and he'll put doubts in you, right? He is the one that's causing this. So do not leave unless you hear something or unless you smell something, right? So this is the evidence that the scholars use for the principle of al-yaqeen la yazulu bi-shak, that certainty will never be overruled by doubt. You should always act on certainty. If you have some sort of doubt, then put that to the side and don't entertain any of the doubts. And we'll end off here, inshallah. Tomorrow we'll start with the chapter of Ghusl, بإذن الله. وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين.